So much stuff. So much stuff from overseas to unbox. Oh my lord. I go away for 2 months and I come back to this. Looks like I got a couple of unboxings to do. Straight back into it. Okay. Here we go. That's better. Okay, let's get straight back into this. Oh my lord. Okay, of course I've been away for 2 whole months, and this is the pile that I come back to at home. Of course, I've had heaps of stuff on pre-order online, which sort of arrived while I was overseas, as well as a bunch of stuff that I ordered online while I was overseas. It was end of financial year here in Australia at the end of June, so a lot of my favorite websites were doing big sales and stuff. Book Depository, 10% off. JB Hi-Fi here in Australia were having big sales, so I got my dad to pick me up some stuff on his weekly visits to the stores. Pop Culture Store had a huge 20% off sale on figures, and look, I just had my usual delivery of Amazon stuff and whatever else. So there's a whole stack of stuff here which we're gonna plow through in this video. I thought this would be a very exciting first video back after my 2-month holiday that we can just get straight into. Of course, as you saw at the beginning of the video, I have a handful of stuff that I bought while I was overseas as well. I'm gonna leave that until tomorrow's video, but we'll go through all of that stuff. And then there's, you'll find out through this, but there'll be another video as well following that, which is gonna be exciting. So it's gonna be a week full of just unboxings and all this exciting, crazy stuff that probably should have happened over the last 2 months, and we're just really trying to catch up to speed right now. So I don't know where to start with this stuff. I suppose we're just gonna go through the pile and just check out what arrived in the mail. I'm very excited to get into this. All right, let us start maybe with this box here. Oh, I know what this is. This is exciting. This is actually something that if you remember, the last video I actually did before I went overseas was sort of a hunting video where I was out and just managed to stumble across the second wave of Star Wars 40th Anniversary Black Series figures, and I was able to get most of the set except for 2 of them, which I had to order in through the store. Another store in another state had the 2 figures and they were going to send them into the store. They arrived in the store the day that I went overseas. So I had to get someone back here at home to pick these up for me. This is very exciting. I haven't looked at these guys yet. One box out of the way. We of course have, woo! Sand People, Star Wars 40th Anniversary Black Series. Very excited to have that, but I'm more excited to have this guy. C-3PO! Yes! Oh, he is awesome. There you go. I've got the entire set of them now except for the Darth Vader Legacy Pack thing, which I'm still trying to track down for a reasonable price. Maybe see if I can get the Darth Vader by himself, not in the whole pack, because I don't want the whole pack. I might be able to get that on eBay or something, but there you go. So those 2. What is next? Let's go with this guy here. This box. No idea what this is. I don't have any breakable stuff coming, so if I do that, I know I'm not in, oh, I know what this is. Madman. This one is from independent Australian Blu-ray DVD distributor. So I'm excited to get into this one, because I know what this is. They had like a clearance sale. So, oh. Okay, what did I get from Madman? An audience with Billy Connolly. This is one of Billy Connolly's very first live film performances, 1985. That's awesome. I've been looking forward to seeing that for ages. So I got that like super cheap. It was like $3 or something crazy. This documentary called First Across Australia, the Burke and Will story. This was an expedition that happened in Australia in 1861. It's a very tragic story, but I've always been sort of really interested in that. I'm looking forward to getting into that documentary. There we go. It was only a couple of bucks as well. Flying Monsters 3D. This is a David Attenborough documentary. I actually have the UK edition of this, which is, I think the UK version is something like 40 minutes longer than this, so it's double the length. But I really wanted to get this because it's got a Q&A with David Attenborough on here, which is supposedly like a half-hour, 40-minute Q&A thing. And for only a couple of bucks or whatever that cost me, I thought it was worth it just to get it for the Q&A on there with Attenborough. Actually interested to see what's underneath this. It's pretty cool, actually. Pretty cool little set there. I think I've got pretty much every David Attenborough disc that's ever been released on Blu-ray and DVD in my collection now. I slowly piece it together. Okay, let's get on with the next. Okay, this is an Amazon package by the looks of it. Very, very good. These are new releases from the Warner Archive collection, these two. Bells Are Ringing and Wait Until Dark. It's a Dean Martin film. I absolutely love Dean Martin, and even more so Audrey Hepburn. This is an Audrey film that I actually haven't seen yet. So I'm excited to get into that. They were only released recently. They went down in price really, really quickly after they were released. I think I picked these both up for like $13 US, which is crazy. And so I had to grab them like straight away before they skyrocketed back up to like 20-something dollars. And this one was cheap as well, $16. Passage to Marseille. It's a Humphrey Bogart movie. This is probably one of my favorite Bogart movies. It's kind of odd in that it stars like half the cast of Casablanca, directed by the same director, of course, Michael Curtiz, and the story is oddly similar to Casablanca. It was almost like they tried to replicate the success of Casablanca by sort of remaking it in a sort of a way. So I always see this movie as sort of a spiritual successor to Casablanca, Passage to Marseille, and I'm excited to own that on Blu-ray, which means I now own all of the Bogart movies that the Archive collection has released. This is an Amazon one. Actually, I'm going to leave this one for another video. That's a Disney disc that I received in the mail. I'm actually going to do later in the week a new Disney Blu-ray update video because I've had quite a few Disney discs arrive, or I bought a couple since I did the last update. I think it's time to do another update video. What should I open next? I had a whole ton of stuff delivered from Book Depository because not only did Book Depository offer a 10% off sale for one of the weeks that I was overseas, but depending on where you are in the world, Book Depository's prices sort of fluctuate. So a lot of stuff was actually cheaper to order from the UK and have delivered here. And then other stuff was cheaper to order from home and have delivered home. But while I was overseas, I did order a bunch of stuff from the UK. This could be anything. So it was actually my birthday while I was overseas. So I feel like I bought myself a bunch of birthday presents to come home to and open up. Let's see what's in this. Oh. Yes, I'm excited for this one. Star Wars, Marvel Star Wars comics. This is volume 5, I believe. Yoda's Secret War. As you know, I've been reading all the new Marvel Star Wars comics. I absolutely love what they're doing with the Star Wars expanded universe and the expanded canon. And these have just been really, really awesome volumes to buy. I don't buy them individually because it costs too much in the end. And the trade paperback volumes come out so regularly that I'm just happy to pick one up every couple of months and read it and whatever else. And this one looks really cool. This is a whole sort of arc on Yoda. What we got? Yes, another Star Wars comic. Of course, this one is Dr. Aphra Volume 1. This is gonna be interesting. This is a spin-off of the Darth Vader series. Dr. Aphra was was a character in that Darth Vader series. She's the first sort of new character in the new Star Wars expanded universe that's sort of at the forefront of the comics now. Well, it's gonna be interesting to read. I have no idea. I think the character's pretty cool. Another really cool sort of strong female character in the Star Wars universe. So I'm excited to sort of get into that one and check out what that one's all about. Let's open up another Book Depository one. Why not? Oh, this one's exciting. Forgot about this. It's the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 Prelude comic. It's got the Prelude comic, which is sort of, James Gunn has called it non-canon. That'd be interesting to read. And then there's a bunch of sort of classic Guardians of the Galaxy comics in there as well, which should be interesting to read too. So I've been collecting the Prelude comics the whole time. So actually the very first trade paperback comic I bought was the Prelude for Ant-Man. We do have more Book Depository stuff here, but for a change, let's open up one of these JB Hi-Fi bags. That one's, the camera's on top of that. Okay. Couple of CDs. Firstly, I got my old man to pick this one up for me. The soundtrack to Spider-Man Homecoming, which is great. This is composed by Michael Giacchino, who is actually probably my favorite composer at the moment. His scores are fantastic. The funny thing is, most Marvel soundtracks don't get released here in Australia. Disney are really picky with what soundtracks they release over here, but I'm guessing because this was under the Sony Music label, they've released that one here, so that's exciting. Two of my favorite artists actually released albums while I was overseas, and it killed me not to just download the albums and listen to them. I wanted to get the hard copy. Lord Melodrama, Lord's new album. I'm really excited to get into that. I really, really love Lord's work. Lana Del Rey's new album as well, which should be interesting. I've not heard any of the tracks off this or anything, so I'm kind of interested to see what that one sounds like. Let's open another JB Hi-Fi bag. Ooh, We got 3 in here, but one of them I'm leaving for my Disney Blu-ray update later in the week. I picked these up, I think these were 2 for $20, plus they had 20 or 25% off while I was in Italy actually. So I had to order these and got Dad to pick them up when he got back home. 2 Australian movies actually. Paperback Hero, which is one of Hugh Jackman's sort of breakout roles in Australian cinema. Claudia Carvin's in that too, she's a great Australian actress. I love her work, love Hugh's work of course. I haven't watched this, but this looks quite good. It's supposedly quite good. And this one here, Girl Asleep. This is a more modern sort of quirky Aussie movie which I'm interested in taking a look at as well. It's described as an unholy blending of Napoleon Dynamite and Where the Wild Things Are by way of Wes Anderson. So it's going to be a little bit quirky, a little bit different. I'm excited to check both of those out. That's going to be very cool. Let's get this guy from Mondo. As you know, I'm a huge customer of Mondo's when it comes to records. I've got a couple of their posters up in my study as well. But they've sort of just started dabbling in figures and statues and stuff. Their very first 1/6 scale figure was one that I just had to support. I'll open this up. I bought this probably a year ago when they put it up for pre-order, and then I paid it off in increments over something like 6 months or 7 months, and it was supposed to ship out before Christmas, and then there was some sort of delays with China importing stuff. There was some weird import restrictions between China and whatever, so it was delayed, and then of course it sent while I was overseas. It is of course, I'm so excited about this. Can you guess? Can you guess? If you're a film fan, you'll know it. It is the master of suspense himself, Alfred Hitchcock. What? An Alfred Hitchcock figure by Mondo. This is awesome. So this is their very first 1/6 scale figure. I picked up the Mondo exclusive. You get a couple of extra accessories with. And I love Mondo. I think they do some fantastic stuff. And I really wanted to support their very first ever action figure. And I just absolutely adore this guy, Alfred Hitchcock. He's made some of my favorite movies of all time. And this opens up like that. How cool is that? If anyone's like interested at all, I know it's not Disney specifically, but if you're interested in taking a look at this figure like properly, let me know and I'll do an unboxing video. But we're gonna take a little sneaky peeky. This is awesome. How cool is that? This was actually reasonably cheap for a 1/6 figure. That's a really good effort for a first time figure. That really is quite good. I have a feeling these were the exclusive bits. A couple of little birds, a seagull and a crow. This is cool. Comes with a director's chair. That's exciting. I don't know if I'll have him sitting down or what, but I'll find a cool way to display him in my study. Let's go for another one of these 1/6 figures, actually, why not? This one actually arrived a couple of days before I went overseas, but I just didn't get a chance to set him up or really even have a look at him. We picked up this guy, of course, Winter Soldier Bucky Barnes from Captain America Civil War. Again, if you want to see me do a proper unboxing, let me know in the comments. He looks pretty awesome. I'm impressed with that. That's very cool. I like the metallic arm on that too. Absolutely awesome. Okay, so let's get rid of Bucky. And while we're on figures, let's just get all the figures out of the way. Pop Culture had, as I said, a 20% off sale while I was overseas. This guy wound up super cheap. It's got a... Yeah, here in Australia, Pop... Yes! Captain America Civil War Black Panther. I held off on this guy because it doesn't actually come with a T'Challa head sculpt. I don't think I'd use it, but I kind of want it as an option, and I figure that if they released one from the new film, it would probably come with a head sculpt because that's what they tend to do. They release these mask figures. The first figure comes without a sculpt, and then the second figure comes with the sculpt, and it annoys the collectors and they want to buy it all over again just for the sculpt. But I'm not that kind of collector who buys multiples of of characters just because the new one comes with a new sculpt or a new accessory or something. But I held off on him because I wanted a sculpt as an option. It's not a character that I needed right away, and also I figured maybe the new suit would be better. No. Now that we've actually seen pictures of the new suit, I'm not impressed. I don't like the new suit from the film. I'm much happier with the Captain America Civil War suit. And when Pop Culture did 20% off and I got this guy like $70, $80 cheaper, I had to jump for him, and I'm happy I have, I think. But let's take a very quick look at the Black Panther Hot Toys. This is cool. I'm impressed. Okay, let's have a quick look. That is awesome. Oh my lord. How cool is that? I love that. I love the detail on that suit too. Yeah, I'm happy. He's definitely being displayed with his mask on. I thought I better get him while he's on sale now because I'll miss out on him completely and I'll be kicking myself because I know how I get with things like that. This is from Canada. This is from my buddy Vince over in Canada. Regular viewers will know what this is. This is a delivery from my mate over in Canada who gets me titles from the Disney Movie Club, which I can't join up to the Disney Movie Club because I don't live in America or Canada. This guy gets me stuff and he's picked up quite a bunch of stuff for me this time around. I'm very excited about. We're going to leave this to the Disney Blu-ray update unboxing video as well. There's going to be quite a bit of stuff in that update video, which I'm super excited about. Amazon usually ship records out in boxes like this. So more than likely, yep, that is what is in here. 2 records. Very exciting, yes. I had to pick this up. I love this soundtrack. I had to get it. Moana. And it's so rare that Disney actually press a record like this for one of their animated titles. They're always those picture discs. And although I do collect the picture discs, if I have an option to get a proper record in a sleeve like this, I will. This was cheap. This probably came to about $20 Australian. They have actually released this on picture disc now. As I said, I had to pick it up like this. Yeah, as I thought, it's a black disc. It's 100, I don't know if it's quite 180 grams. It is heavyweight, but there's a bit of flex in there, so I don't think it's quite 180. But that's quite good. It seems quite sturdy, and I'm looking forward to having a listen to that actually. I believe is also a Disney vinyl, yes. I couldn't believe they released this one either. I was so excited to find out that they did release this one. Yes! Again, another soundtrack I just in love with. Beauty and the Beast, the songs. Again, it's not the score, it's just the songs. But that's fine by me. That's perfectly fine. That is very awesome. This one should have a coloured vinyl. Blue. That's beautiful. Beauty and the Beast, the songs, 2 sides. There you go. I'm very impressed with that. I'm so happy that they actually did release that. Can't believe that. They actually did sleeved versions for these. That is super awesome. And actually, if you go back and you watch my past reviews on the CDs of these, I do mention in both of them that I hope that they would release like proper vinyl sets for these. Alright. This is something I've been wanting to get for ages. It's always been so expensive here in Australia, but it was super cheap to actually pick up, or like almost half price to pick up while I was in England, so I had it delivered home. It is this Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3 Classified. As you know, I'm a big collector of these Marvel art books. I don't like to pay too much for the TV show ones because I'm not a huge fan of the TV shows, but I do like to have the books in my collection. The most I'll pay for these is about $40, but they usually fluctuate around $60 to $70. And that's too much. $40 I got that for, just on my price point. I'm excited to get that. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3 Declassified. This one as well came in super cheap. That was, I think it was a little cheaper, $38 or something. So cool. So I got the Carter one and the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. one. And I believe if we open this one, yes. Spider-Man Homecoming, the art of books. So I am completely up to date on these books now, which is a huge relief because, you know, when you fall behind on stuff and you try and catch up, it's hard and it's a daunting process, but I'm caught up on these art of books now. I usually pick up these movie books as soon as they come out. I will pay full price, $50 usually for these ones, and I'm always happy to pay that, but the TV ones I usually wait until I get a good deal on. But yeah, so that's cool. I'm really excited to get into all three of those books actually. And this, another massive book depository bundle, and it looks like there's a bunch of stuff in there. This has been opened already. I think my dad might have had a little sneaky in there. What usually happens is if you place a massive order on book depository, they'll ship everything out individually. I don't know why they do it. I don't know if it's cheaper for them to ship it that way. I usually only place orders individually now because I know they do that and they split stuff up. But this order, I had to order all of this in one order because I had my 10% off discount to use, and you can only use it once, so I had to place one massive order to get a good price. Strangely enough, they shipped it all in one. And we got another one of these Prelude books, Doctor Strange Prelude. Again, these are something that I fell completely behind on because a few of the Prelude books were actually quite expensive when they came out, and I finally got them down to a decent price. About $18 is what I usually pay for these. I know that's about as low as I'll get. So I got the Doctor Strange one, and of course earlier I got the Guardians Vol 2 one, and of course the newest one, Spider-Man Homecoming Prelude book as well, which should be quite exciting to check out. So I am likewise completely caught up on the Prelude books as well as the art books. Another thing that I've caught up on, Captain Marvel. This is volume 3 of the Earth's Mightiest Hero, which has been collecting Pseudoconic's run, and this collects her second Captain Marvel series, volumes 1 to 11. Volume 1 and 2 collected her first Captain Marvel series, and I think they're doing a 4th and final volume which collects the end of this run as well as her Carol Corps series as well. So I'm looking forward to get that. I'm glad I held off on buying the smaller trade paperbacks and been getting these bigger, thicker trade volumes of them. So that's very cool. Finally picked this one up for a decent price as well for my Star Wars Marvel collection. This is the Star Wars Marvel adaptation of Episode 4, A New Hope. Paperback version, of course. The hardcover version came out ages ago. Then they released the paperback. I've been buying all mine in paperback, so I held off until I could get the paperback. And then the paperback was too expensive, so I had to wait ages until it dropped down to a reasonable price. I'm still waiting for them to release Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi in paperback. They've been out in hardcover for ages. I don't know if I really hope they do bring them out in trade paperback because that's how I collect them. That's quite a big chunk of comics that I got in the mail over this time. Finally got my hands on the Art of the Jungle book. This is the new film, the live action adaptation. But I was really interested in checking out some of the art on this, especially because of the incredible CGI in the movie, groundbreaking CGI and special effects techniques really. Super pumped to sort of get into this, have a little read about how they made the movie, about the special effects, check out some of the concept art. This is a really beautiful book. This is a really, really nice book. Really glossy pages, really glossy photos in there. I'm glad I finally got this. It's completely out of print in America, but you can still get it in the UK. This is the UK printing of the book. This is the last bag. There's a bunch of new releases that came out while I was overseas. Again, got my old man to pick them up for me. Family Guy, season 16. Gregory Peck in MacArthur. Never watched that one, but I do love Gregory Peck. Riding in Cars with Boys. Drew Barrymore, Brittany Murphy. Never seen this one, but it's supposed to be alright. Bulletproof. Damon Wayans and Adam Sandler. Such a weird one for them to finally release on Blu-ray. And of course, they finally released, what a way to close out this video, really. The Nutty Professor and the Nutty Professor to the Clumps. I haven't seen them since I was a kid, so I'm looking forward to seeing how they hold up. Oh, Lord! Okay, so I have got a stack of boxes down here. Check this out. Check out this mess I've made. Huge mess on the table and a huge mess of boxes down on the floor, which I feel is going to take me ages to clean up. Anyway, thank you for watching my first sort of main video back after holidays. I hope I'm back in full swing and everyone has enjoyed this massive this is the biggest unboxing video I've ever done. So mega unboxing. I hope you all enjoyed it. Of course, again tomorrow I'm going to be doing another unboxing video where I'm going to go through all the stuff that I bought while I was overseas, and then later in the week we're going to have an unboxing video, a Disney Blu-ray update, all the newest releases, Disney movies that I I've picked up. I've been hankering to get back into the daily vlogging the last few weeks. I think this trip away has really made me appreciate what a good thing I've got going here and how much I really love doing this for all you guys out there. So thank you so much for watching once again, and thank you for your continued support, especially when I was overseas. But I hope you enjoyed today's massive unboxing video, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow. If you're a first-time viewer to my channel though, and you have liked what you've seen in today's unboxing video and you'd like to see more, please give me some support, and after the jump, hit subscribe. To all my regular viewers out there, thank you once again for joining me, and to absolutely everybody, I hope I'll see you again soon. Until next time though guys, take care, and I hope you have a magical day. Catch you later guys. What a mess.